America, land of the free, home of the energy insecure. It's a terrifying thought, but it's a reality we might have to face. See, America's energy future is looking a little shaky, and it's all thanks to a broken partnership with our friendly neighbor to the north, Canada. You see, Canada's been America's go-to energy buddy for decades. We've relied on their oil, their natural gas, their hydroelectricity. It's been a beautiful, mutually beneficial relationship. But lately things have gone sour. Canada is breaking up with us, energy-wise, and they're taking their sweet, sweet resources to other partners. Partners like Europe and Asia. Ouch. This isn't just some lover's spat, this is serious. This is about America's energy security, it's about rising fuel costs, a vulnerable power grid, and the potential for economic chaos. So, buckle up folks, it's about to get real. Remember when America and Canada were the best of energy buddies? Sharing resources, keeping each other warm and powered up? Those were the good old days. But then, something changed. Tariffs. Those pesky little taxes on imports. The US slapped tariffs on Canadian goods, including energy products, and Canada, being the polite but firm nation it is, said, "Oh, I see how it is." And just like that, the great energy romance was over. Now you might be thinking, tariffs? Really? That's what started this whole mess? And the answer, my friends, is a resounding yes. You see, tariffs might seem like boring economic policy stuff, but they have real-world consequences. In this case, those consequences are dire, because those tariffs didn't just hurt Canada, they backfired spectacularly on the US. They pushed Canada right into the arms of other energy-hungry nations. Nations that were more than happy to sign long-term deals. Talk about an expensive breakup. Here's the thing about Canada, they're not just incredibly polite, they're also pretty darn reasonable. So, before this whole energy divorce went down, they tried to warn us. They said, hey guys, these tariffs? Not a great idea. We're cool with working things out, but if you keep pushing us away, we're going to have to find other partners. But did America listen? Did we take Canada's concerns to heart and try to find a solution that worked for everyone? Nope. We went ahead with those tariffs anyway, and now we're facing the consequences. Canada is forging ahead with new energy partnerships, leaving America out in the cold, or more accurately, the heat, given the potential energy shortages. It's a classic case of we told you so, but with much higher stakes than a playground squabble. So, Canada's moving on and they're not looking back. They're like the cool kid in school who just got their driver's license and suddenly has a world of possibilities ahead of them. And that world is filled with eager energy buyers. Remember those LNG projects Canada was building? The ones initially intended to send natural gas to the US? Well, guess what? They're pivoting. They're redirecting those pipelines, those tankers, those precious resources to new customers across the globe. Asia is calling, and Canada is answering. Europe is waving a fistful of euros, and Canada is saying, let's make a deal. They're diversifying their energy portfolio, securing long-term contracts, and laughing all the way to the bank. And who can blame them? They're playing the long game, and they're winning. The American fallout, from gas pumps to power grids. Meanwhile, back in the US of A, things are getting a little dicey. Remember those rising fuel costs we mentioned? Yeah, they're not going away anytime soon. In fact, get ready for some serious sticker shock at the pump. And it's not just gas prices. Remember how we relied on Canada for electricity too? Well, that's becoming a problem too. Our power grid, especially in states that depended heavily on Canadian hydroelectricity, is starting to feel the strain. Imagine rolling blackouts on the hottest day of summer. Imagine factories grinding to a halt because they don't have enough power. Imagine your grandma's air conditioner conking out in the middle of a heat wave. Yeah, not pretty. And the economic impact, let's just say it's not going to be a walk in the park. Industries that rely on cheap energy, from manufacturing to agriculture, are going to take a hit. And those hits are going to trickle down to all of us in the form of higher prices and fewer jobs. Canada's energy boom, LNG, and a renewable revolution. But wait, there's more. Canada isn't just content with finding new customers for their oil and gas. They're thinking bigger, they're thinking greener. They're investing heavily in renewable energy sources. Think massive hydroelectric dams harnessing the power of their mighty rivers. Think wind farms dotting their vast prairies, turning gusts into gigawatts. Think solar panels soaking up the sun from coast to coast. Canada is positioning itself as a global leader in clean energy. They're attracting investment, creating jobs, and reducing their own reliance on fossil fuels. They're like the responsible friend who's not only breaking up with a toxic partner but also going through a glow-up at the same time. America's crossroads, three paths forward. So, what's America to do in the face of this energy shakeup? Well, we've got a few options, each with its own set of pros, cons, and potential pitfalls. Option 1, the apology tour. We could swallow our pride, admit we messed up with those tariffs, and try to mend fences with Canada. Maybe, just maybe, we could convince them to cut us a deal, send some of that sweet, sweet energy our way. But after the way we acted, do we really deserve a second chance? Option 2, the lone wolf. We could double down on domestic energy production. Drill, baby, drill. Frack every shale formation in sight. Become energy independent no matter the cost to our environment or our international reputation. But is that really the kind of future we want? Option 3, the Green New Deal. We could finally get serious about renewable energy. Invest in solar, wind, geothermal, you name it. Create a cleaner, more sustainable energy future for America. But can we make the transition fast enough to avoid the worst consequences of this energy crisis? The clock is ticking. A call to action for U.S. energy security. The choices we make today will determine our energy future. Do we continue down the path of uncertainty and dependence, or do we chart a new course towards a more secure and sustainable future? The clock is ticking. The longer we wait, the harder it will be to secure our energy future. So let's stop bickering. Stop pointing fingers, and start working together to find real solutions. Our economy, our environment, and our future depend on it.